Hello, I'm making this video to fulfill my promise to come forth with the day of the Lord, part 3. The Lord confirmed it again, and this is the time for the day of the Lord, and then gave the same message to another sister, tell them that devastation is coming now. She received it on the 24th, I believe, on the morning. And so we have really hours to find out if the financial collapse is coming through, and if that's coming through, that's planned right before the impact, so then you can rest assured that it's coming. And so as for me, I'm sure that this is going to happen. I have no doubt about it. The Lord has confirmed it that September 28th is the day of the Lord and not September 29th, as I stated a couple of places. And I'm just gonna give you a quick explanation what happened. Basically what I did is that I learned that the the event is prophesied for midnight. And I also realized that because I went on and searched the time zones and everything, and I realized that basically all the time zones except for a few areas on the world, which is Alaska, Hawaii, and the west coast of the United States, those are the only ones which are lagging behind us. Everywhere else, when if the impact comes at midnight, it will be 29th on that part of the world, which is to the east of us and going around the globe, because the impact will take place in Eastern time zone. And so I went online and searched for Elul 29, what date that is, because Elul 29 is the judgment day for the Jews. And I find that Elul 29 is the 29th of September. So I made a note of that. I made all my preparations to present this to you and proclaim the day of the Lord to be the 29th, because yes, he is working according to Jewish calendar. So that was for me confirmation that yes, this is the day of the Lord. So this was based on knowledge, based on word of knowledge. It's not always prophecy, and it's not always dreams and vision. And also, he gives everybody something, so we have to be able to pick up the pieces and put them together to see the big picture. So I did this, and I was ready to proclaim that Elul 29 is September the 29th, with that explanation that will be really the day of devastation due to the asteroid impact. And just now, before I was to publish this or finish that video, I went online to download a Jewish calendar so I could put up on the screen to show you that Elul 29 is September the 29th. And lo and behold, I had a surprise, because it's not. I don't know what I find at the first time, and how did that come? I cannot tell. All I can tell is it is not the same day. Elul 29 is October the 2nd. And so my theory of being the day of the Lord, the 29th, is now not supported by biblical data. So the day of the Lord is associated with the asteroid event, and it's coming before the rapture. You can pray and ask the Lord, but honestly, we have very, very short time to find out. And with the Elul 29 explanation, which I actually accounted for divine wisdom, I thought that the Lord led me to discover that. I changed the date to the 29th. Also with the explanation of that it's affecting most of the earth on the 29th if the impact is at midnight. But it could be on the 27th midnight, because then immediately half a minute later is the 28th. My spirit says the day of devastation is the 28th. So most likely that's what will happen. As soon as the asteroid hit, it turns into the 28th of September, and that beginning to unfold the events right at that moment for the day. This is an unfortunate situation, because I did find the data and even copied it over and put it on a slide, and that's when I started to say that the day of the Lord will be the 29th and not the 28th, and promised this video, and so got myself into all this trouble. But really, it's the day of the Lord is 28. The Lord said it as the day of the devastation. That's what comes to me every time I ask. And so the Lord just had to lead me back to the truth. And so it was an innocent mistake, nothing I had to do with it. I thought it's divine leading, but it wasn't. I don't know who put that on online because I did not search for it. It just popped up in front of me right there that Elul 29 is September 29. I copied it over and I'm like, wow, this is amazing. We have to be ready for the 28th, which is now. I am sorry for this mistake. Please forgive me. As far as the discussion concerned that God is doing everything according to the Jewish calendar, I believe it's still applicable because Elul 29 is following this September 28, just 3 days behind it. I will talk about the 3 days of darkness. If that would come true, then we would be just, it would lead us up to the Elul 29, then this whole devastation would come to an end. It's not going to come to an end, but at least there would be light. So it's not a one-day event. In other words, it will have long-lasting consequences. So I don't think that we can now really look at it so rigidly that it has to be on a certain day. Now, it would be very far from a day which is historically a judgment day. We couldn't, link the two together. But this way, I think we should. I am very sorry that this happened because I lost so much time putting this up. And after this, I want to talk to you about the Rodriguez prophecy a little bit more and the 3 days of darkness. So I'm gonna pause this now and try to make that quick video if I can. I cannot promise because anything can happen, and also I have a very hard time to stay up, and it's already past midnight. So I don't know if I will be able to finish it, but I would certainly alert you on the 3 days of darkness. Okay. God bless you. Thank you, Lord.